Hi people, this is Monday, and we are going to start with number 2, model and solve the problem. So we've got 5/10 times 10/4. So starting with the very first factor, we'll model that up and down, and the second factor will model from side to side on the hundreds grid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so we've got to shade this entire row, because remember, one row of these blocks is a 10th and one of these blocks is a 100th. And then side to side, we're going to shade 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of tenths. And our answer is going to be where we see the colors crisscrossing. And then we learn numerically that when we multiply decimals, we multiply, circle, circle, move it, move it. So our answer will be 20 hundredths, also known, let's write this down, 20 hundredths, which is the same thing as 2 tenths, because we learned in topic 1 that these zeros have no value. Number 1, we are adding fractions using the area model. First add in, we will model up and down. Second add in, we will model side to side. And then we are going to draw 2 lines going side to side on the top model, because that's what we did on the bottom. And then on the bottom model, we drew 1, 2, 3 lines going up and down. And now we have new equivalent fractions. So we've got new common denominators of 12 with 1, 2, 3 shaded parts. And here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2 shaded parts. And so we have 3 plus 8, which equals 11. Denominator stays the same, 11/12. Okay, here we have to write the value of the underlying digit. Remember, the value is how much it's worth, not the name of the place. Oops, 0, 0, 7. And so what we're doing is just, if it's behind the decimal, we're just writing the decimal and zeros until we get to the underlying digit. Here, we're just going, if it's in front of the decimal, we write the underlying digit, and we fill all the places behind it with zeros. Here. All right, number 5. We are going to take this number they've given us in standard form, and we're going to write it in word form. So we read everything in front of the decimal as we normally would, 23. So 23. The decimal we read as and then this is 58, so we read that as we normally would, 58, and then we name it for the place of the last digit, which we put a 1 over our decimal and a 0 over each digit. This is the hundredths place, so we write hundredth. Make sure we put our TH on the end. And then in expanded form, we're going to write this as 2 copies of 10, so 2 times 10, plus 3 ones, 3 times 1, plus 5 tenths, so 5 times 1 tenth, plus 8 hundredths, so 8 times 1 hundredth. Last one, Monday. 8 times the sum of 3, we're friends, and 5. So we are going to mess this up a bit. Going to write an expression for it and solve it. So I want 8 times the sum of 3 and 5. And remember, I told you guys, anytime you see this word and joining 2 numbers together, think of them as friends and put them in the same row, also known as parentheses, right? And so we learned, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses saying, please do me first. So 3 plus 8, 5, is 8 Drop this little part that we didn't work with down. And 8 times 8 is 64.